Okay. With any luck, that'll fix all the dropped frames. Okay, now for realsies. Yeah, hopefully that should be at the proper settings, that we're not experiencing giga lag. Hello there, Nexus. Glad you've been enjoying the videos. It's been fun making them. I'm looking forward to the ones releasing next week and in December, and yeah, I've got some ideas where we're going, so. Alright, Dragon's Collide starting off pretty strong. Ooh, Red Eye's Darkness Metal sent to the grave. Yeah, no, I imagine Kaiba is pretty sick of fake psychics. I imagine a lot of people in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are sick of fake psychics. Not that Jaden was fake, but Kaiba's not gonna believe he can do it. Caius attempting to hit Lila. Interdimensional Matter Transporter gonna make her dodge the effect. So Dragon's Collide is gonna get brought pretty low. But they're not down a monster. Oh, Raiko gonna blow up Caius. Light Pulsar Dragon gonna hit the field. And Torrential is going to immediately wipe it out. But Red Eye's Darkness Metal Dragon is now back because of it. Axe Dragon Ooh coming. Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. Dragons Collide just won the duel out of nowhere. Dragons Collide taking round one. Yeah, see, this feels better. I feel like I'm, like, actually chatting with you guys and not, like, way off in the past. Alright, can dragons still win going first? That's the question. Kaiba Man immediately going to the grave. Is that a chick also going to the grave? Yep. We got a Vice Dragon paired with Jane. Gonna get hit by Bottomless Trap Hole. Chaos Zone gonna pull back Vice Dragon. Well, great to be in action again. Ooh, Dark Core immediately just getting rid of Vice Dragon. Friendship, friendship. Oh. Chaos Zone pulling out Bazoo. Attributing it for Lightsworn Dragon. We're gonna get a Rhoda for DD Survivor. DD Warrior gonna take the dragon with them to the next dimension. However, I think they're gonna Chaos Zone. A fusion of Jaden and Yugi would be pretty strong, I'd say. Prime Material Dragon, gonna go take out the Survivor. Survivor's gonna come back, though. I've been tempted to go code in the cards, that Karis Kame and Damian Mercurius were using. Just so people can use them in Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulators if they want to, even though they're just, like, stupid, dumb cards. A good card to get back banished cards is, I know Necroface returns a bunch of them to the deck if you normal summon it. But it depends on, like, if you're trying to just get a lot back or looking for a specific card to pull back. Because if you're looking to summon a card from Banish, then DDR, Different Dimension Resurrection, I think it is, brings back a specific monster. Ooh. That's gonna be a win for Dark Emperor. Round 3 hype. Alright, Cyrus, you're piloting dragons. Bottomless trap hole for Lila. Oh, there's DDR. Hey, that's the one I was talking about. And immediately gonna get removed from play again. DD Dynamite for 300 damage. Think we're pulling the trigger on that one a little early. Dimensional Alchemist is here. Banishes his enemy controller. Caius on the field, gonna hit the back row. DD Warrior back again. But here's Snipe Hunter to try and get rid of Caius. I would have tried to get rid of the DD Warrior also. That thing's just been a menace. Oh, 400 attack point Gren Maju. Now 800. My bad. Now it was definitely worth it. The very small Gren Maju beatdown. This is the true S tier strat of Dark Emperor. Cyrus has no answer right now. He's trying to card trade out. He still doesn't have a monster. Oh, and there it is. Dark Emperor takes it. Curse you, Cyrus! It's not his fault. He bricked. He just didn't believe in his deck enough. Alright, Gates of the Underworld versus Zombie World next. Lore accurate. Eh, fair. Very fair. Allure of Darkness. We're starting off with Brawn. Gonna take out a Pyramid Turtle. Means we're gonna get an early... Oh, I was gonna think Red Eye Zombie Dragon, but no. We're activating Cold Wave. Summoning back a Pyramid Turtle. It's Tragodia! And a 2400 Tragodia at that. Takes control of the Pyramid Turtle. Double tribute for Grapha. Alright, Underworld is here to play. Unlike last time, where it lost to Rise of the Dragon Lords. You know, Brick City, the deck. Oh, I looked away, and now that, now they're in trouble. Oh, okay, okay. Grapha's back. I don't know if zombies have a win con from here. I think they only got like one shrink in the deck. So I'm trying to remember the deck list of Zombie World. I'm like pretty sure they don't have anything to deal with Grapha. If I remember one of the core problems with Zombie World, other than just having only one Zombie World in the deck, it was they just didn't have very many hard hitters. That's gonna be round 1 to Underworld. You know, I've actually only played Magic a few times, so I wouldn't be able to expertly comment on which decks, which characters would play. I played like a long time ago in summer camp. Alright, Gates of Underworld going first this time. We'll see if zombies can get it back, but unless they steal Grapha, I don't see them. I've thought about getting into Magic, especially since they, like, they recently released, like, Final Fantasy cards, and, like, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, along with Yu-Gi-Oh! So that, like, seriously made me consider getting into Magic. Right now, zombies throwing the beat down on Underworld. Here's Tragodia, but he's gonna be super weak. Patrician of Darkness gonna hit the field, take out Braun. Cold Wave. And Spirit Reaper. That could actually be really bad against this deck. You don't want to pitch the wrong card to the grave. Okay, that's okay. It really is. Patrician just kind of looks like a guy who's dressed up for, like, stage theater. Okay, Underworld has bricked super bad. They have not... They have not had anything on the field in a long time. This, I would have attacked with Spirit Reaper last if you really absolutely had to. Yep, there it is. Oh, what a shock! You lost your field because you because you discarded. They love being discarded. Here's Plague Wolf. Gonna double his attack. Alright, you know. Sure. We'll see if Underworld keeps bricked. Oh, bottomless trap hole. That's a good way to get rid of him. Okay, okay. I wasn't familiar with your game, Zombie World. I definitely prefer older Yu-Gi-Oh! Modern is just a bit too combo heavy. Like, I love watching these duels because, like, you know, if anyone doesn't, like, field anything on their turn in Modern, they're usually just dead because, you know, someone's gonna throw out some combination of moves that hit for, like, 8,000 damage. And that's just kind of, like, all the decks are so reliable these days, that, like, if you make one mistake, you're dead. So, like, with these, like, you know, we see, like, back and forth. There's tension of, oh, can they recover in time? Because in Modern, it's like, okay, the tension is, do they have the ability to defend themselves at all? And, like, there's, like, some fun moments that you can have with Modern. Like, I didn't have a bad time when I was playing Master Duel on the channel, like a year and a half ago. But I definitely enjoy older Yu-Gi-Oh! Because the turns are shorter. You're not watching, like, someone summon and summon and summon and summon and summon and summon, and then they have an end board that has, like, 3 negates and, like, destruction immunities. So, like, there's a lot more, like, interesting back and forth, I feel, in older Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is Underworld winning while I was talking. Alright, Spellcaster's Command versus Lost Sanctuary is next. But yeah, I've almost thought on doing a video because, like, part of why I like... Hello there, Austin. Part of, like, why I like old Yu-Gi-Oh! Too is, like, the story in it, so to speak. And, like, by that I mean, you know, you get the feeling with, like, the old stuff of summoning monsters and then, you know, pitting them against, like, someone else. But, like, these days it's like, this monster comes out, summons another monster, summons another monster, summons another monster. And, like, I've thought of doing a video where the Pharaoh, after he goes back in the afterlife, brings modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, back to ancient Egypt. And you just see, like, all the Pharaoh does is he summons, like, you know, like, 12 different monsters over and over again. And everyone else is just sitting there baffled, like, how is the Pharaoh doing this? I thought we just summoned, like, one guy, maybe 2. How is he doing this? And then, like, it just ends with, like, the other summoner tries to summon one monster, and then the Pharaoh uses something that just negates it and throws it into the graveyard. And then the guy has, like, literally nothing to do. And so it's not really that much of an epic battle anymore when it's just like, you're squashed, you're squashed, you're squashed. So, yeah, like... That's a lot of the reason why I prefer older Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it does feel more like the ancient games from the anime. Modern is, like, if I were to, like, adjust Modern, I just want, like, a limit put on special summons, because that's, like, part of the problem. Now, I know Konami has, like, somewhat adjusted the problem by just, like, making cards more powerful so that you don't need to do so many summons to get a strong end board, which is, like, that's a way to do it. But I don't know. I just prefer the lower power. Okay, Lost Sanctuary is low on hit or life points, but They are making a comeback. We threw Honest on the field. Are we gonna make it jump back to the hand? No, we're gonna leave it there to get hit by a Lightning Vortex potentially. Okay, Lost Sanctuary scores the first round against Spellcaster's Command. We'll see if they bring it back. Okay. Ooh, a Solemn Judgment on Breaker. Hyper aggressive opening by Lost Sanctuary here. No chill. And we're searching for Mausoleum. Okay, we're gonna start with, like, no life points. And we're gonna hope Splendid Venus and Victoria just beat them down with no problems. Alright, they're gonna use Mausoleum. They're gonna summon out the Disenchanter, equip it with Malevolent Nuzzler, which allows it to beat up Victoria. They recalled Nuzzler. Summoner Monk. Gonna use its effect. We're gonna pull out a skilled Dark Magician. Ooh, Fissure coming out. This could be game. Yup. Magicians Unite for a 3,000 attack Summoner Monk? Okay, unconventional strat. Wasn't expecting the 3,000 attack Summoner Monk, but honestly, who would? Not this monk. That monk threw hands. He did not care. The murderer is back. And he has no one to summon to be alongside him. Tower of Babel. Or Babel. You know, whichever you, whichever you want to say. Solidarity. One more spell card blows up that trap. Summoner Monk Supremacy. The Solidarity beatdown is going pretty strong. Ooh, nothing to field. Lost Sanctuary also has nothing new to field, so spellcasters are still in it for one more turn. Can they pull something? They pulled something. Is it enough? Ooh, Parshath. Ansel. Okay, GG. Alright, Lost Sanctuary with a very commanding win. Alright, now we got Warrior Strike versus Dragoonity Legion. Whoops. No. Okay, here we go. Can the Geminis bring the heat? Ooh, we're starting off with a super buffed Spell Striker. What an opener. We just dumped our whole hand for a 1900 and then powered up Spell Striker to be a 13. Ooh, that's a strong Dux. Yikes. Spell Striker going to swing directly for 1300. Mm-hmm. Oh look, Spell Striker died. Who'd have saw that coming? Ribbon of Rebirth brings him back though. 600 damage. Ooh, Sakuretsu. Okay, Warriors aren't quite completely out of it yet. Oh, we're calling back the Divine Sword for no reason. We had no monster to play. Dragoonity is just BMing at this point. They have the game won. Okay. Now Merrick has to play Warrior's Strike. Maybe he'll use Phoenix Gearfried. You got a final attack orders start. Double summon. Is that going to be for a Gemini? Well, it's going to be for Gemini Summoner. We turn on final attack orders. Pulling Dragoonity Legionnaire. Arm Dragon 5, gonna come in, uses effect, pop the summoner. Eat a Sakuretsu. Freed the Matchless General. Silent Doom, gonna pull back the Future Samurai. And yeah, because the final attack orders, it puts it back in attack mode. But it can't attack due to Silent Doom. Duck's gonna pull back Dark Spear, go... I was gonna say punch out the Future Samurai, but instead he's just gonna eat 200 damage and be out of monsters again. Blazewing hits the field. Dragoonities are super low. Legionnaire. Blows up Freed. Blows up own final attack orders. We Rhoda for Evocator. And that's gonna be that. Warriors take round 2. Round 3, height. Sorry, Dragon Master. Okay, early Burden of the Mighty from Warrior Strike. Ooh, that's gonna run into DD Warrior. That's gonna banish them both. Field Commander Roz is here. Puts DD Warrior Lady on the top of the deck. Pretty good choice in case Dragoonity summons something strong. They're gonna Foolish Burial. Was that Twin-Headed Behemoth I think they threw into the grave? I couldn't quite see it. DD Warrior Lady. Summoned in. Dragoonities right now really need to put something on the board. They're gonna put Mist Valley Falcon on the board. Attacks DD Warrior Lady. That is gonna banish them both. Field Commander Roz continues to chip away. Dragoonity Dux is here. Going to equip Dark Spear. Swings into Roz. That's finally gonna deal with him. Dux now equipped with 2. Featherizer threw Chevalier to the grave. Ooh. Ipio Drakmord. Silent Doom. Gonna bring back the Chevalier. We're gonna Gemini summon him. And then he's immediately gonna destroy. And then we're gonna Ribbon of Rebirth. Okay, Warriors clearing the board. They still can't attack. Oh my goodness. There's Gemini Soldier. Ooh, Flying Kamakiri. That was a really weird creature swap move. Gemini Soldier, yup. God, that's just enough for Warriors. Oh no, that's right, yeah. Evocator still can't attack. Here's Hunter Owl. Going to take out Exiled Force. It's Phoenix Gearfried. Ooh, we're unleashing power. I'm pretty sure this blows him up at the end of the turn. But that's enough to win. Warriors Strike takes it in round 3. Okay, the final of this round, I think I have enough in me to do one more rotation. This is going to be Machina Mayhem versus Merrick. Nightmare Wheel. And chaining Mirror Force into Nightmare Wheel. And now it's just sitting there on the field. Oh, Dark Room of Nightmare. Compulsory, gonna send Gilgarth back to the hand. Not really sure worth. Probably not. Prohibition on Gravekeeper's Chief declared. Merrick's gonna hit the wall on Cybern. Gravekeeper's Descendant goes to defense mode. Swords of Revealing Light from Machina Mayhem. Machina Gear Frame. Calling the Machina Fortress to the hand. Machina Fortress hits the field. Gravekeeper's Guard gonna bounce Machina Fortress back to the hand. That's gonna cause him to lose. Oh, did we just... What did we just set? We didn't set Machina Fortress, did we? We set Machina Fortress for some reason. Mystical Space Typhoon hits Solidarity. Oh, Visor Des. Going to equip itself to Machina Fortress to blow it out. Yes, Mystical Space Typhoon, Merrick's ace. Really taking a pummeling here. Finally turns it to defense mode. I don't know why he just left it in attack that turn. And there it goes. And it's back. And there it goes. Merrick's deck doing a good job keeping Machina Fortress off the field. Now Metal Reflect Slime. Does Machina Fortress have anything to deal with Metal Reflect Slime? Necro Valley now on the field. Hi, Fortress. Bye, Fortress. Mystic Tomato Rams. What are we summoning for? A Gravekeeper's Assailant. Changes it to attack mode. Ooh, Deep Prison on the Assailant. Dark Illusion gonna say no, though. Here's Green Gadget. No effect. Gravekeeper's Curse inflicts 500 burn, make that 800 because of Dark Room of Nightmare. Kinetic Soldier. Merrick's deck is really making a pushback here. I don't know if Machina has anything left in the tank to deal with Metal Reflect Slime. Merrick might actually win, just due to the deck thinning that Machina Mayhem's been doing. Okay, yeah. That's game. Game 1 goes to Merrick. Yeah, Necro Valley really messed with them. Got an early Fortress from Machina. How will Merrick respond? That was Mystical Beast Circuit to the grave. Ooh, Nightmare Wheel on Machina Fortress. Ooh, and then a Nightmare Steel Cage. That's gonna be a Ceasefire. Nightmare Wheel's gonna continue to chip away at Machina of Mayhem. Ooh, we're gonna get Skull Invitation now, too. Now, every time a card is sent to the graveyard, the owner is gonna take 300 damage. A little risky to use here for Merrick, because he's right now on the defensive, even with Machina Fortress frozen up with Nightmare Wheel. Gravekeeper's Spear Soldier selected for Prohibition. Not really sure that's gonna matter. This Nightmare Wheel is continuing to chip away at Machina Mayhem. This might just kill them. Like, they apparently have no answer for a 1900 defense monster right now. Mystical Space Typhoon gonna hit rollout. That's gonna cause both of them to take 300 damage. Gilgarth on the field now, gonna go swing. It's gonna be another 300 damage. Machina Mayhem decides to trade for both 1800 attack. They take 300 more damage. Curse of Darkness has dueled. It dueled against Realm of the Sea Emperor, lost 2-0. I will be doing one more rotation tonight since I've got enough left in the tank. A Nightmare Wheel finally dealt with. Machina Fortress is back. They take 600 damage for that summon. They tribute for Cyber Dragon, take another 300. I think Machina takes this one. Yep. All right. 1-1. Curse's long-standing tradition of going 0-2. Yeah. Don't worry, the world still makes sense right now. Round 3 hype! Alright, here we go. Dark Room of Nightmare opening for Merrick. Could get spooky. He's got a Nightmare Wheel. No Nightmare Wheel here. Foolish Burial. Gonna send Circuit to the grave again. Mystic Tomato going on the offensive. Gonna eat 600 damage from Cyburn. Visor Des being summoned to destroy Cyburn. Interesting. Machina Soldier going to swing into Visor Des. Not gonna destroy it because it's destruction immune right now. Or at least battle destruction immune. Tomato stays in attack mode. Ooh, Nightmare Wheel. But at least it's on something that could be tributed for Machina Fortress. This is going to be an especially strong Nightmare Wheel, though, due to Dark Room of Nightmare. So, unlike last duel, he can't let this sit around for, like, 8 turns. Ceasefire gonna hit really hard. Nightmare Wheel does another 800. Armored Cybern blows up. Gravekeeper's Visionary gonna hit the field. Tries to go for... Ooh. We got a chain there. Dark Illusion stops Shrink. Machina Soldier brought down. Time Machine is gonna call back Machina Soldier. Not really sure it was worth the Time Machine, but eh. We're swinging into the tomato. It's gonna bring out Legendary Fiend, who's gonna get strong very, very fast. Next support platform. Going to make the soldier a 2100. It's not going to be enough to stop either monster from Merrick's side. They're going on the offensive. D-Prison is going to stop the Visionary. But Legendary Fiend is still going to be enough to go over. Visor Des now definitely vulnerable. There he goes. Legendary Fiend continuing to get stronger. Merrick tributes his monsters for Lava Golem just to blow up Lava Golem. Alright. Gravekeeper's Chief on the field. This could be it. Compulsory is going to bring the Legendary Fiend back to the hand. So it's not quite it yet. Machina has one top deck left. Will that be the answer? No. Maybe. Okay, they survive another round. Ooh. They're still in it. Attack mode guard. Now they're not in it. Oh, wait, no, I keep forgetting about that card. Green Gadget gonna pull Red Gadget. And now the guard is left awkwardly in attack mode. Oh my god, he's making super buff Green Gadget. He's gonna take out the Chief. Necro Valley on the field now. Just barely edges out Green Gadget. Red Gadget gonna hit the field. Prohibition on Lava Golem. Machina is like doing everything in their power to hang on, and to their credit, they're hanging in there. It's the big Saturn. They're both so low. Forget, can't Big Saturn, like, die and blow up your own life points? Gravekeeper's Guard, gonna send back the Big Saturn. Now Merrick's on the defensive. He pulls his ace card, Mystical Space Typhoon, chains it into Card Trader, which can't do anything. Oh wait, no, he does just lose the card. I didn't know that. Metal Reflect Slime comes in to save Merrick. Wow, they are really making this as nail-bitingly close as possible. That's gonna be Newdoria. Newdoria is going to take out Machina Fortress. That does mean he loses a card. Metal Reflect Slime tributed for Legendary Fiend. Swords of Revealing Light. No monsters for Machina. Legendary Fiend is going to grow to 2200. Pass his turn. Ooh, I was gonna say they needed to dig out Machina Fortress right then and there, because now Machina Fortress cannot punch over Legendary Fiend. Fiend is gonna continue to make those gains. Legendary Fiend at 4,300 attack right now. Going on the offensive. That's gonna be a Blast Sphere. That's gonna be lethal if they don't end the duel. Assailant goes in. Merrick gets the win. Wow. Alright, you know, for that being a 39-turn duel, that was pretty back and forth. Okay, that's another row done. That was a good duel. That was legitimately back and forth. There wasn't just like a ton of them, no one doing anything. Okay, Dragon's Roar versus Fury from the Deep. Alright, so before I start the next duels, Fury from the Deep versus Dragon's Roar. Okay, so we have 10 decks that are undefeated right now. And it's so funny that the Lightsworn deck is not on the undefeated list. So, okay. Right now, the undefeated decks in this round robin so far are Samurai Warlords, Dinosaur's Rage, which I didn't expect, Lost Sanctuary, which I'm not that surprised on, Merrick, also undefeated, Invincible Fortress undefeated, Spellcaster's Judgment is undefeated, Warrior's Triumph is undefeated, Fury from the Deep undefeated, Saga of One Blue Eyes White Dragon is undefeated, and Realm of the Sea Emperor is undefeated. So yeah, it's time for the third round. Me too. Okay, we got Dragon's Roar with a double reload opener. Tribe Infecting Virus summoned out. Mass Dragon. Going to call out Arm Dragon. Are they just gonna Tribe Infecting? No. They're gonna let it evolve. Ooh, Heavy Storm too. Chaining Reload. This is a strong opener for Dragon's Roar. This might be a little difficult for Fury to come back from. Luster Dragon gonna keep up the offense. Hammer Shot isn't gonna stop him. Nobleman of Crossout to keep up the offense. If Fury from the Deep does not summon a monster, Dragon's Roar is gonna take this. Welcome back, Myron. Wow, okay. Alright. Dragon's Roar, I see you. You missed a really crazy and actually entertaining 39-turn duel between Merrick's deck and Machina Mayhem. It was super back and forth in the last, like, 10 turns. Both duelists were at, like, 800 life points. Alright, Fury from the Deep in the driver's seat, starting first. Can Dragon's Roar make this a 2-0? That's not looking good. They're not populating any monsters. Dust Tornado takes out MST. Fury from the Deep not overcommitting, turns to attack mode in phase 2. Dragon still with no monsters on the board. Alright, they need to summon something. Alright, they do. It's Arm Dragon. They're toast. Okay, Dragon's Roar bricks super hard. And Fury from the Deep takes round 2. It would be nice if we could see their hand. I would turn that feature on. Just to see, like, what they do. Yeah, it had to be Brick City in that hand. Alright, Luster Dragon start for Dragon's Roar. Reckless Greed. Followed by Pot of Greed. Followed by Mass Dragon. Followed by a creature swap. Takes a Mother Grizzly. Going to search out another Mass Dragon. Creeping Doom Manta is gonna go swing at the Mother Grizzly so it can also get a monster. Are we gonna get a double crash? Yup, okay. Mass Dragon and Mother Grizzly, we're both gonna search things out. Searches out an Element Dragon. Searches out a Mermaid Knight. We're gonna double crash again. No draw for Dragon's Roar due to Reckless Greed. Call of the Haunted is gonna bring back Element Dragon. Element Dragon is gonna swing. Gets to attack again because of the Wind attribute. Call of the Haunted is back for Mermaid Knight. Mermaid Knight is gone. Red Eyes Black Chick sitting there in defense mode. Premature Burial is gonna bring back the Mermaid Knight. Yet again, Element Dragon and Mermaid Knight crash into each other. Luster Dragon clears the field again. That's Gravity Bind, they're in trouble. That's Gravity Bind, and they're now in trouble. Oh, but that's Trap Jammer! They should have activated it earlier! Angler is taken care of. Armed Dragon level 3. Punches for 1200. Oh, but here's Tribe Infecting Virus to wipe out all the dragons on the field. This is absolutely awful for dragons. The Sea of Orichalcos is up. Heavy Storm immediately going to deal with it. Twin-headed Behemoth gonna come back. Stamping Destruction, gonna take care of the back row. It's reload. It's gonna deal 500 damage. Ooh, gonna salvage 2 monsters. This is probably gonna be it for Dragon's Roar. I don't think they have the out here. I don't think they recover. But they could shock us. They're gonna be hanging on by a thread. I think they might have Lightning Vortex that could work here, but yep, nope. That is gonna be Fury from the Deep taking this round. I think I can officially call it at this point. What did they have face down? They had an interdimensional matter transporter. LOL. Alright, well, you know, they tried. Alright, now it's Blaze of Destruction versus Warrior's Triumph. Hey there, Murray. Alright. Warrior's Triumph is currently one of the undefeated decks. They were robbed. They just couldn't summon anything. Solar Flare Dragon hits the field. Does Blaze have another Solar Flare in their hand? Can they do a Solar Flare lock? Blaze gonna hit for an early 2,500. Gearfried gonna have to swing into Little Chimera. Necklace of Command lets a draw happen. Premature Burial to bring back Little Chimera to get that attack boost. Ooh, and Molten Zombie. Warriors is already looking in a pretty bad spot. They're gonna bring back Goblin Attack Force. They summon Command Knight. Jar of Greed from Blaze of Destruction. Inferno gonna hit the field. Tribute to the Doomed follow-up. They had Molten Destruction in their hand. They did not activate it. That is gonna be Blaze of Destruction taking round 1. Jaden would be proud. Alright, Aster, you get to pilot Warriors. Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't be thrilled. Wow, aggressive tribute from the Doom start from Blaze of Destruction. That's gonna be 1/4 of Warriors' life points gone right off rip. Ooh, Warriors with no playable monsters in their hand. I'm pretty sure they could have just summoned Gaia there, but they threw him to the grave. Because Swift Gaia is like, what, no cards in your hand, right? And you can summon them with no tribute? Am I remembering that right? Swift Gaia? I don't think Swift Gaia loses his attack. I'm pretty sure Swift Gaia is just as long as you have no cards in your hand, you can summon them to the field. Solar Flare gonna burn for 800. Yeah, okay, so he threw away Swift Gaia for no reason. He could have summoned him there, but he used him for Vortex. Maybe Aster won't throw? Giant Trunade gets spell shielded. This is looking pretty spicy. Dust Tornado hits the reload. I think that's a warrior W. I can't think of any out if they got. Alright, that's going to be a win for Warriors Triumph. Yeah, they pretty much are just a paid MST. Okay. Nah, they don't have Battle Fader and Blaze of Destruction. Battle Fader came leader. Blaze of Destruction, starting out with a Molten Destruction. Ooh, Gearfried. Gearfried with that fusion sword start. It can't be destroyed by card effects, so he can actually equip it without blowing up. Ooh, level limit. This could get dangerous very fast for Warriors Triumph if they don't have an out. They do. Major upsets. Let's see. We had... Dinosaur's Rage beat Dragon, or Cyber Dragon Revolution, which I felt was more on the unexpected side, because Dinosaur's Rage, I feel, just has a little bit more problems. Aside from that, I don't think there have been any major upsets. There was a crazy 39-turn duel earlier between Merrick and Machina Mayhem, but I don't think there's been any major upsets. Just throwing Foxfire in attack mode. If Blaze top decks the Stalos, like, think they might be able to turn this around. They did not top deck Pistalos. Alright, Warriors Triumph is going to remain undefeated. Alright, now we're on to Spellcaster's Judgment versus Zombie Madness. Spellcaster's Judgment is also undefeated right now. And Zombie Madness is not. Zombie Madness is pretty strong. Yeah, Warriors Triumph right now is 3-0. They have not lost yet. Fury from the Deep is also undefeated right now. Let's go, Judd. Oof, creature swap. Brutal. Judd is on the back foot at the end of turn 5. Can they recover? The answer is no. Zombie Madness is going to just easily smack aside Judd. Yugi would be proud. I'll be impressed if Judd wins this. But I don't think so. Ugh, not looking great for Judd, folks. In Judd we trust. That's another bricked hand for Judd. That's a Despair from the Dark. You got an answer there, Judd? Judd, hello? Do you have monsters in the deck? You gave it the face down Magicians of Faith. Oh. The Divine Wrath on their own Magician. But it's not gonna matter. They literally get punched out by the soul-absorbing Bone Tower. And that's gonna be 2-0 for Zombie Madness. Judd is no longer undefeated. Sorry, chat. Really is so embarrassing. Alright, Invincible Fortress versus Hero Strike. And we got Yusei versus Yugi. It's alright, you know, there's still like so many matches left. It's like 50-something rounds left in the tournament for them to prove themselves. Yeah, there are 9 undefeated decks that are left. Ooh, compulsory. Hero Mask. That gets magic drained. Oh, look out, it's the double interceptor cannons with shield and sword! Yusei's going crazy! Oh, that was too early. Too early a summon, Yugi, for Neosilius. Neither side wanting to attack. Our Righteous Justice gonna kill Canyon, because that's the card to be scared of in this deck. Solemn Warning on the Giant Rat. Followed by Gigantes and Brain Control. Let's rock! There goes the one card in Yugi's hand. It was Neospatian Grand Mole. Moe head beatdown. That's gonna be Invincible Fortress taking round 1. Alright, well, maybe heroes get the get back. You would be proud. Alright, now Yubel is gonna be beating up heroes with a rock deck. You just missed the round 1 of Heroes versus Invincible Fortress. You also missed Judd unfortunately lose their undefeated status to Zombie Madness. And yeah, right now is Hero Strike versus the Rocks. Pulling Bubble Man to the front. Summoning for Gaia. Alright, heroes this time coming out swinging. Giant Rat gonna take out Shadow Mist. That will, of course, bring another elemental hero to the hand. It's gonna be Neosilius. The Giant Rats are gonna get beat down for a bit. But what will we end on? Ah, the Sphinx. Oop, Hammer Shot's gonna take care of Gaia. Mole gets rid of the Sphinx. Heroes might have this. Oh, it's gonna be Brain Control taking out Stratos, going to then tribute. We tributed in attack mode. I guess it doesn't matter. Mole would have gotten rid of it anyway. Oh my god, it's gonna be an honest punch to the face. Oh wait, no, compulsory saves it. Gigantes is here, eats a trap hole. And now Honest swings in for the win. That's gonna tie them one apiece. Yugi would be proud. Yubel desperately scrambling for an out. Could not find it. Alright, now Cyrus piloting Invincible Fortress going up against heroes. Compulsory on Stratos is an interesting play. We'll see if it pays off. The Interceptor Cannon beatdown. Up, Mass Change 2. We're gonna get Koga. Koga's gonna be difficult for them to deal with without one of their... Oh, no, they got the Worm. Worm will take care of it. Koga gonna be swinging in for some major damage, though. Medusa Worm gonna get rid of Koga. It's the stone statue of Aztecs in attack mode. They're going all out. Shield and sword. They're going hyper offense. What an insane play. I was not expecting that. Fortis remains undefeated. And now we have, I think, a battle of decks that have only lost. Yep, this is Lord of the Storm versus Synchron Extreme. Neither of these decks have gotten a win, but that's about to change now. And look at that, Mai gets to run Lord of the Storm. Maybe she'll make it win because she's piloting it. I mean, yeah, like, Synchron Extreme legit, like, only wins at all if it gets a Synchro out. If they don't, they lose. Yeah, Machine Revolt could beat Synchron Extreme. I could confidently say they beat Synchron Extreme. Look at that. Synchron Extreme has nothing it can do. I'm shocked. Ooh. And now Synchron Extreme is on a timer. I wonder if Scrap Iron Scarecrow is one of the ones that are face down right now. But why did you care about... Oh. Okay. That makes sense. Oh my god, 2 face down Egotists? Holy smokes. My Valentine making Lord of the Storm look good. Good job, Mai. $8,000 damage? 8,000 minus 1,000 for each card on the field? I don't know. That duel would be over in like 2 seconds. Oh, whoa. It's Synchron Extreme's like strongest guy without synchros, and he's dead immediately. Harpy's Hunting Ground, followed by a set monster, probably Harpy Girl, yep. And Sonic Warrior, even though he could defeat what is face down, is not confident enough to attack. Oh, we got a Synchro. Junk Warrior. There's Flying Kamakiri. Are we gonna get a Harpy to pop? Yup. Ooh, that was a Scrap Iron Scarecrow hit. And that was a Speed Warrior hit. Oh, goodbye, Harpy Lady 1. Ooh, Nobleman of Crossout. Goodbye, Tuningware. Scrap Fist undoes. Oh. But you have to blow up your own hysteric... Oh no, you just blow up your own Harpies. Goodbye, Harpy Lady 1 again. We got a new Flying Kamakiri. Yeah, I think we definitely need more Tag Force games. I loved the Tag Force games when they came out, and I played them a lot. I'd be okay with remakes, but like, I feel like everyone would kind of want like newer stuff, so. Glad you've been liking the videos, though, Mr. Wonder. Lord of the Storm desperately trying to find a way to deal with this 2300 monster. Now time for the tiniest beatdown. Alright, Synchron Extreme takes a round. It was probably spammed because I maybe restarted the stream. Because when I first started, it was okay, but then my stream bugged out, so I had to stop it and start it again. And then I had to, like, fix it a second time. So, I apologize that you got spammed. I thought things were okay when I restarted it, but I needed to restart it one more time. But the stream's been going for like 2 hours now, so we seem to be good. The battle for the tin medal continues. You know, that's a good question, Nier. Who... MST hitting Scrap Iron Scarecrow immediately is going to be pretty big for Lord of the Storm, especially if they're trying to go for a very aggressive open. Which they are definitely going aggressively mid with their opening offense, but hey, it's Lord of the Storm, that's kind of their thing. Up, Drill Synchron. Gonna pull out Quillbolt Hedgehog, they're gonna tune. We're gonna get an Excel Synchron. Nothing to do with it right now. And Lord of the Storm can't do anything about it, so. Harpy's Hunting Ground on the field. We're throwing, I think. Yeah, okay, randomly goes to attack mode on their... Alright. Unknown Synchron gonna get hit by Nobleman a crossout. Call the Haunted for Lady Ninja Yay. And more mid beatdown. It's Gen X Neutron. He's back. He's here to do very mid things. Here's Harpy Lady 1. Double tribute for Samurg. And then the burn kills. Alright! Lord of the Storm, no longer, what's the opposite of undefeated? No longer winless. Lord of the Storm has finally gotten a win because it was a battle between two people that had never won. Alright, next is Dinosaur's Rage versus Geargia Rampage. Dinosaur's Rage is undefeated right now. So this is pretty big for them. Okay. Here we go. Sabersaurus opener. Synchron Extreme, now E tier. Yeah. If I had been making the tier list, I wasn't writing from the perspective of other characters, Synchron Extreme would be very, very low out of the box. It definitely needs a lot of help. We got a big evolution pill. Ooh, Ultimate Tyranno. That's gonna be difficult for Gears to deal with. Do they have an answer? If they do, then Dinosaur's like momentum completely stops, but it's not looking like they got an answer right now. They've got like 5 cards in their hand and they can't do anything. Oh man, 100 damage. Now they're thinking. Do they have anything? Okay, they have a defense mode monster. He's thinking. He's thinking real hard. That's probably it. Yep, that's it. Never mind. Never mind. I was calling it too early. Oh! Good. Oh yeah, it was still a loss. Yep, and an ultimate Tyranno attacks that one too. He just has 3k. Alright, now officially Dinosaur's Rage takes round 1. Okay. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Strife. Okay. Dinosaurs throwing out a really kind of whatever opener. Dinosaur's on the back foot right now. Pulling a Swift Scarecrow, just in case. Ooh, Magic Arm Shield. Green Gadget getting taken out of the equation. Geargia really putting the pressure on. Fossil Excavation. Riryoku. Oh, we... probably should have outed a bigger monster. The giant rat beat down. It's too strong. Can the dinos do anything about it? Oh, look, they heavy stormed Gear Town. And now there's a Gajiltron Dragon. Sure hope that set monster is good. It was Hydrogeddon. It was Hydrogeddon. The tornado comes in and blows all the rats away. Alright, round 3 hype. Can Dinosaur's Rage remain undefeated? That's still weird. That still feels weird to say. Dinosaur's Rage, like, the last time I ran this, I think they just kind of did okay. So it's crazy to me that they've been running undefeated. They have never 2-0'd someone, but they've always won. Hydrogeddon thrown away to the minefield driller. Wow, they just skipped their attack. Attacking into a negate attack. Dinos are still bricked out. They've got one more turn. They're gonna need to top deck something pretty good. That... I guess. Double KO. This is a super embarrassing duel. Alright, Dinosaur's Rage dropping off the undefeated tier. Ancient Gear Gajiltron Dragon is gonna swoop in for the win again. Alright, that means we are down to 8 undefeated decks. Speaking of Machine Revolt, they're up next against Lightsworn. Pretty bad odds for Machine Revolt here. But we'll see. I mean, Judd managed to defeat Realm of Light, so anything's possible. Yep, Lila immediately destroys their castle. Lila again destroys another face down. I'm pretty sure Machine Revolt needs to top deck, like, Lightning Vortex here. And if they do not, they lose. Okay, they're still in it for a round? Oh, no, never mind. They're cooked. Okay. Okay, yeah, they're cooked. Unsurprisingly, Realm of Light takes round 1. Alright, well, maybe machines have a better time this round. Maybe. From the flank on immediately. We'll see if they get to keep their castle this time. What did they just lose? Oh, boot up soldier. Alright, well, Lightsworn gonna swing in for a pretty sizable 3,000 damage. Castle is gonna be tributed for Gajiltron Chimera. Necro Gardna gonna save a monster. Wolf thrown to the grave. Who's gonna force summon him. Big dragon. Yeah, I don't know about that. Gee! That sure looks like a even match to me! Completely cooked. Power creep! That's like the most overkill turn we have seen from one of these decks. Alright, Surge of Radiance versus Cyber Dragons. Who wins? Ooh, that's gonna be Parshath and Soul of Purity with the Cestus. This is a pretty strong start for fairies. Evolution Burst gonna deal with Soul of Purity and Light. D-Prison for Parshath. Alright. But we have a 7-tool saying no. Ooh, Heavy Storm. They had Super Poly down. That is gonna be Surge of Radiance taking round 1 against Cyber Dragon Revolution. Well, I know they'd much rather go second. But Cyber Dragons are gonna have to bring it back going first. Cyber Dragon Core to start out with. And 2 face downs. Magical Mallet Opener. For half of the hand. Shining Angel going to swing. Shining Angel brought back the Premature Burial. Real Cyber Dragon comes out. Trap Stun activated. Shining Angel activates. Gonna bring out Nova Summoner. Nova Summoner gonna bring out another Shining Angel. Gonna summon for Parshath. Gonna try to get that extra draw. Gonna get deprisoned. Widespread Ruin gonna deal with the Cyber Dragon. Yeah, they also have Angel to search out their Cyber Dragon. Because Proto Cyber Dragon counts as Cyber Dragon. They can use it to just bring it to the field. Alright, that's going to be a win for Cyber Dragon. They're now 1 apiece. Round 3 hype. Ooh, that's a double Cyber Dragon start. Swords of Revealing Light. Catch you later, Nier. Thanks for stopping by. Deprison for the Dark Witch. Wapoku. Ooh, Neo Parshath. Neo Parshath still does the draw, and then when Sanctuary of the Sky is up, he gains attack equal to, I believe, the difference in life points. Oh, hey, there's Sanctuary. Yeah, okay, so now he's a 4,700. So he big. And now he's in 8,600. So if he already hits the field to just become another Parshath. Now it's over 9,000. And that's 9,500 damage. Surge of Radiance takes the round. Yeah. The fairies are pretty cool. Alright, now it's Curse of Darkness versus Saga of literally one Blue Eyes White Dragon. Yeah, it's really weird. Axe Dragon Oot. With Sword of Dark Rites. Ooh, wow, we going all in. Yeah, Rabid Dragon with Silver's Cry. I'm not sure why he ran Mist Archfiend into Rabid Dragon. Why did he send Rabid Dragon to the grave? Huh? What are we doing here, man? Why'd we put Luster Dragon in defense mode? What are both of you doing? Mystic Tomato calling out the Goblin Zombie. I still don't... I don't understand. We're attacking Maiden to call a Blue Eyes to the field. It's gonna be a Dimension Wall. Ooh, that's gonna be a Spirit Reaper. They're gonna Mask of Darkness to get Dimension Wall back. Are they gonna Synchro for Azure Eyes? No. Okay, playing that was a throw. Because you're gonna have to get rid of your Spirit Reaper. Super throw. Blue Eyes once again gonna hit the owner with Dimension Wall. Wow, and a Magic Cylinder too. Attacks with Maiden for 0. Well, Curse played the long game, but ultimately lost. Round 1 goes to Saga of One Blue Eyes White Dragon. A simple Alexandrite Dragon opener. Ah, it's Giant Orc. Not sure why we didn't bring Maiden out with 1 for 1, but each their own. MST is gonna hit Call of the Haunted. Plague Wolf gonna double its attack. Swords of Revealing Light from Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes pulls nothing. Fiendish Chain. Followed by Damage Condenser. We went with Divine Dragon, huh? Oh, thank you. They are so low on HP. Ooh, the honest play. Are they going for Rabby Dragon? They sure are. They better hope they don't have Dimension Wall, or they're cooked. This is pretty tight. Goodbye, Rabby Dragon. Oh, why would you do that? You fool! You're leaving yourself wide open. There was no Blue Eyes to even retrieve. That's an entire full back row. There's no way they don't die. Yep. What? Huh? I mean, okay, cool, you kill Maiden, What a bonkers way to win this duel. Okay, Curse of Darkness takes this one because they burn. Crazy. Wow, swords opener. Wow, Kaiser Glider. Both sides are stalling. Crush card. Followed by Just Desserts. Yeah, that is what it's supposed to be. Dimitri is just like a pretty much short way they went, or quick way they went with just saying like, ah, Dimitri's in the game. Sonic Bird flipping up for 1,000. Going to attack Maiden to pull a Blue Eyes out. Not the wisest choice. That old dimension wall. They're gonna have to watch out for Mask of Darkness, because if they get hit by that dimension wall again, they're cooked. Oh no, they are cooked! They have Magic Cylinder! Curse of Darkness wins! Legend of Saga of One Blue Eyes White Dragon is no longer undefeated in the tournament. Alright, now it is Fire Kings versus Dragon Lords. Okay, we got a Mausoleum of the Emperor for a Horus level 6 start. Versus a Raging Flame Sprite start from the other side. Ooh, we are Shallow Graving for Tyrant Dragon. Oh, wow. Dragon Lords is putting in work. What? Oh my god, the attack mode morphing jar. Wow, Rise of the Dragon Lords takes out Onslaught of Fire Kings on round 1. Okay. I will be surprised if Dragon Lords win this. No, Lightsworn has not lost every game. They are 2-1 right now. The only one they lost to was Spellcaster's Judgment on the first round, which was just bizarre. There's only 7 undefeated decks left in the tournament at the moment. Oh, wow, we have a Felgrand already. Dragon Lord's really looking to make short work of Fire Kings. They bust out the Manticore of Darkness, but that's gonna go right into a Draining Shield. Horus level 6 gonna come out. Fire Kings are going to be dropped down to 300 points. That means they won't be able to take advantage of the Mausoleum anymore. Manticore of Darkness is going to come back from the grave. So is Foxfire. Raging Flame Sprite was not what they needed right here to make a comeback. I mean, they gain 1,000 attack, but it's not gonna do anything. Rise of the Dragon Lords is going to 2-0 Fire Kings. And Decoy Dragon takes out Foxfire. Wow, I did not expect that result, if I was being honest with you all. And now it's going to be a duel of emperors. The Dark Emperor versus Realm of the Sea Emperor. Place your bets. It's Nightmare Penguin. That's an early Sakuretsu hit. MST gonna hit Torrential Tribute. Pretty strong hit for the Dark Emperor. DD Survivor is gonna get roaded out. Gonna swing for 18. Dark Hole. Gets rid of the problematic DD Warrior for Sea Emperor. Now Torrential Tribute also hits. Forgotten Temple is gonna get chained. Allows the Atlantean attack squad to dodge the tribute. Another DD Survivor is here. Warrior of Atlantis is gonna come on in. Chop DD Warrior out of here. Lightning Vortex. Gets dodged. Chaos Rider gonna run over the warrior. Golden Homunculus now on the field at 2,700. Mother Grizzly gonna search out an Atlantean Pikeman. Right now, however, Tornado Wall is stopping any damage from happening. Big Bang Shot. Nightmare Penguin is going to return Golden Homunculus to the hand. It's going to come back out. And, well, we are waiting for someone to do something. DD Dynamite gonna hit for 300 damage for that one banished card. Oh boy. They're gonna swing for 0 damage, because of course they are. Still waiting for someone to remove Tornado Wall. Finally, the Sea Emperor does a little bit of damage. Nobleman of Crossout. Is this really going to be a deck out victory? If only it saved the DD Dynamite for like a little bit longer. My goodness. I forgot how, like, Dark Emperor has, like, no spell and trap removal. Like, it does have some, it just doesn't have a lot. There it is. Get rid of Tornado Wall. No. Oh, no. The duel would be over if he had just got rid of Tornado Wall. Well, Tornado Wall's gone, and it was entirely the Sea Emperor deck that got rid of their own monster. And now we're getting the beatdown at, like, turn 50. It's going to be a literal last-second kill. Pretty sure that is the longest duel we have witnessed. Dark Emperor takes round 1 after 51 turns. Here's hoping the remaining duels are not 51 turns. Dark Emperor starting out with Dimensional Fissure. Oh no. Not another tornado wall. Why'd they draw it immediately? Alright, a DD Dynamite that didn't deal just 300 damage, but still probably a little too early. Ooh, if they don't do something about those Dragoons, they're cooked. Dark Hole and no monster. Rhoda's into DD Survivor, who's going to be extremely difficult to get rid of right now. Oh, draws into Caius. This will get rid of Legendary Ocean and Tornado Wall. Now Dark Emperor can finally start doing damage again. Sea Emperor has one turn to draw an out. Alright, never mind. Dark Emperor takes it. 2-0. Okay, we got 5 matches left. It's gonna be Zombie Warlords versus Zombie World. Okay. Quite the start for Six Samurai. Oh my goodness. That is quite the opening field to deal with. Are they cooked already? Zombie World going for a creature swap. Alright, they're not quite cooked yet. They have Waboku. They are now officially cooked. Alright, Samurai with an extremely strong open. Can zombies come back from that? I'm not sure why Samurai summoned Kageki in attack mode with, like, nothing. Musashi getting 2 strikes in. Rivalry of the Warlords is gonna hit the field, but both sides just control one type of monster, so it's not gonna matter. Musashi gonna sacrifice himself instead. Saves Iro from the bottomless pit. Unsurprisingly, zombies on the back foot again. Spirit of the Six Samurai saves Kageki from going to the grave. Nishi is up, and pretty sure zombies are cooked. Okay, yeah, Zombie World getting thrashed. And now we're up to Spellcaster's Command versus Dragon's Collide. Oh, I'm just gonna hit the wrong button. Please hold. Yep, thanks. Summoner Monk opening from Spellcasters, but no monster to pair with it. Oh, Red Eyes Black Dragon into... or Red Eyes Black Chicken to Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yeah, 6 Sam were very, very strong. Magical Citadel of Endymion. Eclipse Wyvern getting pulled from the grave. Escape from the different dimension calling Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. Or sorry, Darkness Metal Dragon. Which is gonna bring back Black Chick. Are we gonna get... I thought we were gonna get a double tribute for a second. Book of Moon on Red Eyes. Spellcasters on the back foot a bit here. Raikou gonna destroy. Full Dragon Attack Squad is gonna swing in. Not quite enough for lethal here. Spellcasters will have one draw to make this work. They set one card. And Raikou's probably gonna blow it up. Yep. Dragon's Collide takes round 1. Alright, Dragons Collide in the driver's seat now. Will they make it a 2-0 sweep? Dragon's Collide starting off with a Red Eyes Black Dragon summon. Does that not just... Yeah, what the... Okay, Dragons Collide, definitely Book of Moon for no reason there. That actually killed their Red Eyes Black Dragon. And now spellcasters have equipped Defender the Magical Knight with a Malevolent Nuzzler, which is going to make him a pain for them to remove. Oh, there's Chaos Sorcerer, never mind. He does not care about Defender's effect. He's just gonna banish him. And a Blue Eyes White Dragon is now gonna hit the field. Command could be in trouble. Command is absolutely in trouble. They are dead. They are gone. They were cooked in 7 turns. Alright, very quick match. Okay, now it's gonna be Gates of the Underworld versus Warrior Strike. Spellcaster's Command's your favorite? I like Spellcaster's Command too. I bought that structure like twice, I think, or thrice when it came out. I thought the spell counters were cool. Dark Bribe gonna hit Gates of the Dark World. Let's see, who's left this round? Okay, there's still 2 decks that are going to be dueling after this match that are undefeated. And we'll see if they stay undefeated. Future Samurai going to deal with Sangin. Sangin going to call Renge to the hand. Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega? Like the simulator? Because there's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega simulator. I think it's pretty cool. I primarily play on Edo Pro, but I do also have Omega. We got a Nightmare Cage out on the field. Warriors are desperate to find any kind of ground to stand on right now. It's Rainbow. And Warriors still don't have anything. And that's gonna... Never mind, spoke too soon. Blazewing Butterfly, gonna swing. Ooh, the Gemini trap hole. Okay, Warriors could make a comeback. Oh, no way. The steal. I was about to write off Warriors Strike, but they could make a comeback with 200 life points. What did they just set? They set Dark Valkyria. A Big Bang shot going on to Rainbow. Oh, no way. Did they really? No shot. Okay, Warrior Strike makes a surprise comeback against Gates of the Underworld with 200 life points remaining. Wow. Now the question is, can they do it again? Ooh, that's a rainbow opener. For Dark World. Mind crushes the Phoenix Blade. Future Samurai activates its effect to blow up Rainbow. Alright. Here comes... Huh? Adictio. It's gonna stop it from running over Future Sam. Future Sam does get blown up, though. Kunai. Surprised they didn't set that in attack mode. Deck Dev gets Dark Bribe. Field Commander Roz adds DD Warrior Lady to the top of the deck. Okay, Warrior is in a slight lead. Dark World's not out of ammo yet, though. Wow, is Warrior Strike really gonna beat Underworld? It's sure looking like it. I'm pretty sure, unless they do something about DD Warrior Lady, this is just a W for them. Yep, here's Grapha. Do they have a playable monster? Okay. So they win. Dark bribes the Phoenix. Burden of the Mighty. DD Warrior Lady removes Grapha. And wow. Okay, I did not expect Warrior Strike to 2-0 Underworld. That's actually a shocker to me. Alright, 2 matches left tonight. Machina Mayhem versus Lost Sanctuary. And Merrick versus Dragoonity Legion. Lost Sanctuary starting with the Sanctuary in the sky. That's going to be pretty strong for them. Marshmallow attack mode. All right. Marshmallow explodes. Not really sure what the plan there was. Divine Punishment on a green gadget. Prohibition on Marshmallow. These are some interesting plays both sides are making. Ooh, compulsory gonna hit. Stop the agents from swinging in too hard. Kinetic Soldier going to test the waters. Sanctuary has no monsters. Kinetic Soldier gonna get a free 1350 in. Lost Sanctuary still with no monsters. $23.50 going into Lost Sanctuary. Alright, they once again have a monster on the field. Machina Mayhem desperately trying to fish for Machina Fortress. Air Knight Parshath gonna hit the field. Get some extra draw power in. Valhalla getting pulled from the deck. Proto Cyber Dragon gonna get pierced. They tribute Air Knight Parshath for Saturn. Swords of Revealing Light's gonna stop the barrage to save Armored Cyber. Red Gadget hitting the field. This time the effect gets to go off. Red Gadget walks into the Agent of Wisdom Mercury. Tethys is going to hit the field. Swords finally explodes. And destruction hits both sides. The big Saturn hits the field, but gets hit with Solemn Judgment. Not Divine Judgment. That already happened. But the burn from Big Saturn takes out Lost Sanctuary. Alright, that's one win for Machina Mayhem. Hilarious. Here you go, Weevil. Pilot machines. They're like the complete opposite of bugs. Smashing Ground gonna hit, but Lost Sanctuary still has no monsters put on the field. Meanwhile, Machina's got a heavy hitter out. They absolutely need to field a monster right now. That'll buy them one more turn. They double tribute for Big Saturn. Oh! They'll have to be careful about Big Saturn. Oh, alright. Yep. Well, Lost Sanctuary is no longer undefeated. Okay. Last duel of the night is going to be Dragoonity Legion versus Merrick. And Merrick is still undefeated. The true ace of the deck is Big Saturn. Oh, how fitting. Merrick gets to pilot the Merrick deck. Yeah, Curse of Darkness went up against Saga of One Blue Eyes White Dragon and actually won. Curse of Darkness won 2-1, so Blue Eyes won a round, and then Curse of Darkness won 2 rounds. It turned out the magic cylinders and dimension walls really made Blue Eyes hurt itself a lot. Merrick right now getting beat down by Dragoonities. They crash Kamakiri to get Hunter Owl. Merrick holding the line right now. That Skull Invitation is really putting in work. Oh, the Metal Reflect Slime gonna stall him out another round. That is one strong Hunter Owl. Merrick's own skull invitation did him in. Okay. Chaz is going to be piloting Dragoonides. Which, hey, like, one of his monsters is in, so pretty cool. Acid trap hole for the Dark Spear. Arm Dragon level 5. Hits the field. Metal Reflect Slime. Back at it again. Book of Moons, the... Wow, okay, that's how that works. Interesting. Temple of the Kings. Are we gonna see Circuit? Chaz needs a monster to discard so he can blow up that Metal Reflect Slime. That'll do it. As far as I'm aware, they don't count as 0 attack. I think you actually have to discard a monster. Ooh, Dark Illusion counter. That's gonna blow up the 5. As far as I remember it, you always needed to discard a monster. So I think it says... Let's see if I can... check it out. Oh, never mind. That Mirror Force, though. Handled. Well. Alright. That's 2-0 against Merrick. So... Chat, we only got... 4 undefeated decks left in the tournament right now. We got Fury from the Deep, Warriors Triumph, Invincible Fortress, and Samurai Warlords. Honestly, surprised that most of the ones are the original 10. Kind of wild to me. And then we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 decks that have never won a duel so far. Cyber Dragon Revolution, Zombie World, Spellcaster's Command, Synchron Extreme, Hero Strike, and Machine Revolt still have not won a match. Everyone else has at least won once. But, yeah, that's going to be that for tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Oh, look, my hand's going slightly off. All right, well, I'm off. So I will be here tomorrow night. I'm going to be doing more of this. Knock out some more rounds. So feel free to stop by again tomorrow. Hopefully with no stream issues this time. You're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoy the AI versus AI like I do. You guys are very welcome. I will catch you all later.